Hi all. We've been in Japan for a few days now, and I just wanted to share what I've learned about Japanese currency and how to make purchases in Japan. Hopefully, this will be useful for other people who come to visit this country, and I can give what I know from a U.S. perspective or a New Yorker's perspective. So to begin with, first we should know what does Japanese currency look like. Japanese currency consists of coins, as you can see here, and paper money. The first thing that is useful to note is, how much yen equals a dollar. And it's actually pretty simple. As of September 2017, the US dollar worth about 110 Japanese yen. So one single yen could be sort of imagined as like a penny. And the conversion is pretty simple. Say normally in the States you would spend $3.50 or something. If it's 350 yen here, it's a good deal. It's a little bit cheaper than what you would expect in the States. So that's how I think about the money. Let's look at what kind of currency exists here. So Japanese money consists of coins and paper money. We have the smallest denominations, 1 yen and 5 yen, which is pretty uncommon. Um, the vending machines don't even use them, and I only saw them like the second or third day I was here when I actually went into a store. Um, One thing to note about the 5 yen coin is that there's no numeric number on it, so flip this over, see nothing here. So for the Westerner or foreigner, this might be like questionable. How much is this worth? Well, you can see here. Let me see the focus. That symbol right here, that's a 5 symbol actually. That's interesting because it uses the same character as the Chinese 5 symbol. So that's 5 yen, that's 1 yen. And then we have the more common coins, the 10 yen, 50 yen, 100 yen, and 500 yen. They're used in vending machines all over the place, and the more common denomination. Like usually, like if you want to go buy a drink, it'll be like between 100 and like 150 yen. So you use this and like a few of these or this and that. Next, we have the the paper money. The big denominations. I'm missing one here. You have your 1,000 yen. There's a 5,000 yen, and then there's a 10,000 yen, which in my mind is equivalent to $10, $50, and $100. I'll probably edit this so you could. I'll edit in a picture of the 5,000 yen so you can see that. So paper money is accepted everywhere. It's good to have backup of paper money. How have I been getting paper money? I've been actually withdrawing it straight from the ATM, which is pretty cool. The ATM or the bank that I use is Charles Schwab Bank, which they basically an internet bank, and it's really good because I can withdraw money and they pay for any ATM fees, even if it's the other bank that's charging it. So I've been able to withdraw money in Japan and at a pretty competitive exchange rate, and I haven't had to worry about any ATM fees. So I highly recommend it. I'm able to withdraw from the local ATM here at the convenience store called Mini Stop with no issues. That ATM has a nice button that changes the language to English, and I've been just able to take money out, and that's been very smooth for me. Besides that, we have the two cards that are taken or accepted in Japan. I would say 90% of places accept this card here, which is a transit card. It's very similar to New York City's Metro card, except much more useful. They accept this in convenience stores, in restaurants, like everywhere. This is like the universal card. It's a RFID card, so that means that you just put it close to a reader and it just beeps, and it takes money off the card. This costs 500 yen. I was planning on not getting it, but after being here for a few days, it was just so much more convenient to have it. When I'm in the subway system, I don't have to go to the ticket machine, input the stop that I need to go to, and then calculate all the fare. You just, with this card, you just go beep it in the machine, and then you go beep it again when you come out of the station, and they automatically charge you. So unlike New York, where it's just one standard fare for anywhere in the system, in Japan, you pay depending on how far you go. So that's why it's important to have a card like this, so you don't have to calculate all that. So with this card, as I said, you could get it for 500 yen. You have to recharge it with physical money. You can't recharge it with a credit card. So what I've been having to do is you take money out of the bank from the ATM, and then you, I think you could do it at the convenience stores too, but I know for certain the last time I did it was in the subway station. You just put your yen in, and then you put the card in, and it recharges the card. Lastly, we have the regular credit card, which is actually, this one is the one that's least accepted in all the stores and restaurants in Japan. I guess it's a new initiative for them. I think they're preparing for the Olympics in 2020, and they want to have as many merchants accepting this as possible, so that when the foreigners come, that all the credit cards will work. I chose Discover from the other credit cards because it has no foreign transaction fee, so I'm not paying an additional 3% per purchase or whatnot, and I could just use it anywhere here that Discover is accepted. Sometimes they don't say Discover, they say something like JCB, which I believe is like a middleman merchant or something like that accepts Discover. It's interesting that I think only like 50% or so right now of merchants accept this. I wasn't even able to use this at McDonald's, so that's a thing. This is accepted at like 90% of places, and of course cash is accepted everywhere, or I should say yen. So that's my experience with using, with getting around Japan and, making purchases here. Hope this is helpful for other people.